Do nuclear weapons make a country safer or more vulnerable? It's a difficult question. To unpack it, let's rewind to the 1990s and a tale of two radically different nuclear paths: Ukraine, North Korea. Ukraine inherited the world's third largest nuclear arsenal after the Soviet collapse. To be fair, they didn't control the nuclear weapons operations, but they had them on their territory, and they gave them up under the 1994 Budapest Memorandum, trading warheads for security assurances from the U.S., the United Kingdom, and Russia.
And thanks to your vision and that of Ukrainian parliament, you are removing the threat of nuclear weapons and laying the groundwork for an era of peace with your neighbors. I salute the courage you have shown. America will stand with you to support your independence, your territorial integrity, and your reforms.
But assurances are not guarantees. 2 decades later, Russia annexed Crimea. The West responded with sanctions, but little real pushback. Emboldened, Moscow launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. North Korea took a very different route. They abandoned diplomacy, pursued nuclear weapons, and lied to the world all along. Today, it's a global pariah with a small, functional nuclear arsenal. But the uncomfortable truth is nobody's thinking about invading North Korea. So did Kiev get played? Did Pyongyang make the smarter move? The contrast between Ukraine's vulnerability and North Korea's impunity seems stark today. Ukraine may have been betrayed, but it also gained global sympathy and unprecedented support from the West, military, economic, and diplomatic. Had they kept their nukes, it's hard to imagine Russia would have invaded. But it's also hard to imagine the West would have given the same support to a nuclear-armed post-Soviet wildcard. Meanwhile, North Korea has become a dangerous rogue state, and the United States and many other countries have imposed unilateral sanctions. Isolated, starving, economically stagnant, North Korea survives on a fraying lifeline from China. Its nukes haven't made it much stronger. In 2025, where does that leave us? The 1968 Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty still holds, barely. Iran, a party to the NPT since 1970, was enriching uranium to near weapons-grade levels before the Israeli and U.S. strikes. Those attacks may strengthen the argument inside Tehran that acquiring nukes is the best way to ensure the regime's survival. And global instability is growing. The United States, Russia, and China are all investing billions to modernize their nuclear arsenals. President Trump's skepticism of alliances and his protectionist foreign policy has shaken faith in the U.S. nuclear umbrella. When the umbrella leaks, allies start shopping for their own raincoats. Building nuclear weapons is a gamble. It's not just a strategy. And sure, the West eventually, after years of sanctions, accepted India's and Pakistan's programs, but those created new challenges and a near constant threat of war on a tinderbox border where any crisis could end in catastrophe. Nukes may seem like a shortcut to security, but they also increase the risk of miscalculation and deadly escalation along the way. Ukraine and North Korea chose opposite nuclear paths, yet neither is truly safe. And that's the point. Real security comes from trust, comes from diplomacy, comes from alliances, and absent that, a country may feel it's worth the risk of going its own way.